go. Hey there everybody, it's the Nasty One here again. Welcome back to the next episode of the Buzzards franchise here in year number 5. Last episode, we took on the Jacks in our second divisional contest of the season and our first road game of the year. Trenton Deputy got shot in the face by a crisply hit line drive on the 6th pitch of his career, but he hung in there and got through 5 innings despite giving up a whole bunch of earned runs. I think he gave up like 8 or 9 of them. Can't remember exactly how many. And we did try to rally back. We got back within 3 runs, but we still end up losing 10-7 to the Jacks. So we are now on a 3-game losing streak. And we come into today's matchup against the winless Beewolves. Beewolves at 0-4 are sending their ace to the hill, left-hander Elmo Slayer. He is 0-1 with a 4.76 ERA and a 1.06 whip. And we will counter with our only starting pitcher to get a win this year, Southpaw Jude Hokie. Our ace is locked in. He is 1-0, has a 2.16 ERA and an 0.60 whip. Looking to be the stopper we need right now to end this skid. Lineup for today's game looks like this. Left fielder Buck Swiner will lead off, followed by Hackman at third base. Warrimore in center is batting third. Doherty at first base will bat fourth. She is locked in. Batting fifth back in the lineup, rookie second baseman Class Diaz. Batting sixth in right field, Carter Mahoney. Batting seventh, rookie shortstop Baca Boyd. Batting eighth, backup catcher Ernie Blings. And rounding us out is the locked-in pitcher Hokie. We're going to go ahead and get it on. We need to bounce back big here. The season is not looking so hot. As the quarter of the way in, we are 1-3. We are on a 3-game losing streak. It seems our offense starts slow. We rally back in the middle innings, but we can't get back enough to win the game. It's always within like 2 or 3 runs every time. We always come up just a little bit short in the rally attempts. Hopefully we can score first, early, and often today in order to win. I do not want to be the team that gives a winless franchise their first win of the season. Alrighty, leading off for the B-Wolves, Freddie Knox, Juice Jackson, and Kobe Kingman. Leading off is the second baseman today, Freddie Knox, hitting .250 on the year. He'll lead us off. OG B-Wolves member in his 5th season. He'll be the first batter to face Hokie today. Jude's numbers on the season look like this. He's 1-0. He's got a 2.16 ERA and 0.60 whip. 2 earned runs given up with 1 game in his 1 start. He threw 8 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk, and 10 strikeouts recorded. A very solid quality start outing for Hokie in his first start of the year. Batting average against the 143. Lineup for the B-Wolves looks like this. After Freddie Knox, it is tense third baseman, new addition Juice Jackson, coming over from the Jacks. Batting third, OG B-Wolves member, first baseman Kobe Kingman. He is locked in. Batting fourth in her second year with the B-Wolves, right fielder Betty Sparks, formerly of the Jacks. She is 10th. Batting fifth, new addition for the B-Wolves, shortstop Rodney Park. He is locked in. Batting sixth, second year with the B-Wolves, center fielder Gordon Fruitwell. Batting 7th, catcher Steve Monstour, another OG member of the roster. Batting 8th, former Heaters outfielder, left fielder Bubbles Garcia. I believe it's his second year with the B-Wolves, and batting 9th is the pitcher Slayer in his first year with the B-Wolves. He was signed in free agency this past off-season. Looking at the bench, Hanley Dexteras, their star player, is actually injured and tense, so he is not going to be in the lineup today. He may be used as a pinch hitter or maybe a late defensive sub, but I would not expect him to be in the lineup with him being injured. Backup catcher Johnson Swanson's on fire, but he has to come out because he is tired. Unfortunate. We'll probably see him as a pinch hitter later on down the road. Lover Cooper re-signed with the B-Wolves in the offseason. He is in his 3rd year. He is on the bench as well. Then it's Wally Bacon, the former Wild Pigs middle infielder. And Chet McCarthy, the young left fielder, on his 4th different team here in only his 3rd season. In the bullpen for the B-Wolves, they have their ace runner-up pitcher now, Ace Von Asen. He was last year's ace. Jerry Capps, the former Overdogs hurler and former Crocodiles pitcher as well. Deshaun Levon, an OG member of the staff. He's still the 4th pitcher here on the roster. Benson Rushmore, another OG member, still remains with the B-Wolves in their bullpen. They picked up veteran Bert Bergerer at some point. They picked up veteran Meggie Meggles this offseason. She's originally from the Grapplers, I want to say. And then Smack Avery, their OG closer, returned to the team halfway through last season. Alrighty, Hokie ready. Here we go. Fastball down and in, strike called, 0-1. Curveball away, fouled off by Knox. 0-2 the count as K-Man's already active here for Hokie on the day. Change up and away. He'll foul that off and stay alive. Four-seamer up and in. That's grounded up the middle. Base hit for Freddie Knox, and that will be through for the leadoff single. Next up, third baseman Juice Jackson, the fifth-year vet, is tense right now, hitting a .188. First season here with the B-Wolves. He was signed from the Jackson in the offseason. Good speed over there at first base, and Blings has no arm behind the plate, so I would expect them to run. Fastball down and in is a strike called, 0-1. Down and away, strike called, quickly 0-2. Let up and in, chased it high, strike 3. First punch up for Hokie. One down. If anybody can turn this losing skid around, it would be Jude Hokie. He's the only pitcher who's done anything worth a damn this season. Next up is Kobe Kingman. He's locked in, the OG member at first base today. Batting in the 3-hole, is hitting .250 with 1 homer and 2 RBIs here through the first quarter of the season. Fastball up. That's crushed by Kingman. He was ready for that one, and he's going to hit it over the wall in right center field, almost all the way to the bridge out there behind the batter's eye. And I've never seen a ball fly that far out of Shaka before. Jesus, he almost hit 500 feet. Kobe Kingman got all that heater. It's his second homer of the year. It is 2-0. And just like that, as one boy would so say, it's already gone to shit. Batting fourth today, right fielder Betty Sparks. Outside pitch act for her. She is tense, hitting a .167 with 1 homer and 1 RBI of the season, as Hokie's no longer locked in. Change away is fouled off, 0-1. Seamer up and in. Sparks swings through it, 0-2 the count. Tough out and K-Man now activate. Curveball way down and in. Back Sparks off the plate, 1-2 the count. Right down and in, chased it inside. Second punch out of the game for Hokie. 2 down, and that'll bring up shortstop Rodney Park, getting the start today for the injured Dexterez. Hitting .308 with 2 RBIs on the season. He is locked in currently. First it's change up down and in. Check swing strike, 0-1. Slider up and away. Turned on by Park, hit into the corner in right field. That is hooking foul. Mahoney will give chase, but he's not going to get there. It is, thankfully, a foul ball. 0-2 the count. Seamer up and in. High to Park. 1-2 the count. Ball down in the way. Fouled off again. We'll stay at 1-2. Fastball up and away. Fouled off. That's out of play on the third base side. We'll do it again. Get down and in. Out in front of it. Strike 3. Park swinging. And that is the third punch out of the inning for Hokie. He does strike out the side. And in the process, he gives up 2 hits. One of them a big 2-run homer by Kobe Kingman that damn near almost went over the bridge out there in right center field. B-Wolves have the early 2-0 lead. Swiner leads off here against Slayers. He takes the first pitch fastball inside. Ball 1. Let's take a quick peek at Slayers' numbers here on the year. Elmo, the new ace of the B-Wolves, in his 5th year, 0-1, 4.76 ERA and a 106 whip. 3 earned runs given up in his first start of the year, which was only 5 2/3 innings, so not even a quality start here for Slayer. 5 hits surrendered, 1 of them a homer. He hit a batter, walked 1, and struck out 7. Batting average against for him, 227 on the year. Threw almost 100 pitches, so explains why he didn't get the quality start. In his first year here with the B-Wolves, Slayer was picked up in free agency. He was one of their big offseason signings, along with Juice Jackson. Take a look at Swiner's numbers. I forgot to mention them. He's hitting .278 on the year with 2 RBIs at the top of the lineup today. 1-0 pitch coming. That fastball's high. 2-0 the count from Slayer. Chased fastball outside. 2-1. Fastball outside, line to third. Nice leaping play by Juice Jackson to make the catch. 1 out. Next up's the third baseman, Herbert Hackman, hitting .400 with a homer. 4 RBIs on the year for Herbie. Inside pitch active for Hackman as he takes fastball up and away high. Ball 1. Changeup's outside. This time it'll catch the zone. 1-1 the count from Slayer. Slider outside misses. 2-1. Fastball up and in. Line through the middle as it phases through Slayer's body. Base hit for Hackman. His first hit of the game. He'll be on with 1 down in the inning as he's locked in again. Next up is the center fielder Spool Worrymore batting third today. Contact first left-hander active here for Worrymore. Hitting .294, 5 RBIs on the year. Worrymore in center field today as outfield Winkleson suffered a pulled hamstring last episode in the final inning of that Jacks contest when he was on the base paths, and I didn't realize it. So much like the B-Bulls, we are missing a key starter in our lineup. We'll see which team comes out on top. Slayer sets, fires. Changeup is outside. Ball 1 to Worrymore. I chased that fastball. That was high. 1-1. Chased it again. 1-2. And Whiffer now active as K-Man activates for Slayer. Forkball at the knees, lined up the middle. Right to Park. He'll make the catch. 2 outs. Next up is first baseman Miriam Doherty. She's locked in after 3 hits last game. Hitting .417. No homers or RBIs yet for the sophomore player. Lefty-lefty matchup here as Slayer paints the fastball in the low inside corner. 0-1. Changeup down and in is turned on and fouled off. 0-2 as K-Man activates for Slayer once more. Fastball middle in is popped up. Shallow center field. Park will call off Knox. He'll make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1 hit for the Buzzards, nothing else. To the second, we're still down 2. Fruitwell, Monstour, and Garcia due up. 6, 7, 8 for the B-Wolves here. Fruitwell leads off the game. Leads off the inning. Center fielder hitting .154, 1 homer, 2 RBIs for the 5th-year vet. Second year with the B-Bulls, first year as a starter. Last year he was on the bench in replace of Daxton Kruger. Kruger was released in the offseason. First pitch line to third, right at Hackman. Easy catch, 1 out. Next up is catcher Steve Monstour, an OG member of the B-Wolves lineup, hitting $125 on the year. Overshadowed by his battery mate counterpart, Johnson Swanson, who's on fire right now. Monstour getting the start today because, well, Swanson is tired. Curveball catches the outside corner, 0-1. Change it down and in. Check swing strike. It's 0-2 here from Hokie. Seam ripping in. Line in the left center field. That is going to be a base hit, and that'll get down as no one's going to get there. Swiner will miss it. Worrymore will be there to back him up, though, and that'll be a double for Monstour as the catcher on in scoring position with 1 out. Hey, one boy, how's it going? Next up is left fielder Bubbles Garcia, 8-hitter for the B-Wolves, is hitting .333 with 1 RBI. Oh, don't worry, you missed it. If you weren't here in the first inning, Kobe Kingman hit a monster moonshot over the right center field wall. He damn near hit the Tiki Bridge out there. And I said, as one boy would normally say, it's already gone to shit. Good. Third ball away, and the first pitch is pulled foul, 0-1. Fastball up and away, that's outside and high, 1-1. Changeup down low, 2-1 the count. Seam ripping in is inside from Hokie, 3-1 the count now. Slider down and away, chop to the left of the mound, charging is Hackman. He'll make the throw in time to get Garcia 2 down, but the runner does advance to third. Yes, you are, my friend. That'll bring up Slayer, hitless on the year, looking for the RBI shot here with 2 down in the inning. First pitch fastball up and away is lined to left center field, hit pretty well. Country lays out for it, he's not going to get there. Swiner made the effort, but he just couldn't make the catch. That's an RBI single for Slayer, helping his own cause. That's his first hit of the year. First RBI as well, it is 3-0. Yeah, they got Slayer and Juice Jackson in the same free agency class. I don't know where they came up with the money for both of them, but they did. Then again, they also got Rodney Park, who doesn't bring a whole lot to the table. They lost Dexter, he got injured. Swanson's playing out of his mind. They re-signed Lover Cooper for cheap. They brought in Wally Bacon. They basically brought in a whole bunch of no-name guys after they signed those 2 dudes. They also got, look at this, look what else they got. They got Jerry Capps. And then they got veterans Berger and Meggles. So yeah, they had some money. They got Jerry Capps, they got Juice Jackson, and then they got Slayer, and then they used the rest of their money on a bunch of bench guys that probably shouldn't be starting. I don't know. They're going for a little bit what the Heaters have at the beginning of the series, you know, a little studs and duds kind of thing. It hasn't worked for them. They're 0-4. First pitch fastball in there to Knox at the letters, 0-1. Slayer over there at first with 2 down. Slider fouled off, 0-2. They got they had Ace already. They got Ace last season. He was their ace last season. So they already had him. Ratings on this team, they are... Actually, I think I can look at that real quick, can I? Where are they? I can't, okay. They are extreme rotation aces. It's full out starting pitching. Power's on the weaker end. Contact is above average. Speed is below average. Fielding is good. It's like at that middle bar range. And then their rotation is on the weaker end. It's like below average. Broken as all hell? I agree. But the funny part is they're 0-4. They still haven't won yet. 0-2 pitch coming to Knox. Fastball up and away. Check swing, strike 3 called. 4th punch out for Hokie today, and that ends the inning. Still, the Beavles get a 3rd run on the board as Slayer hits a 2-out RBI single in the left center gap. 3-0 to the bottom of the 2nd. Diaz, Mahoney, and Boyd due up. They don't score. I can answer that. They do not score. Diaz up next. He's rookie hitting .091 on the year with a homer, 1 RBI. Yeah, sat last game out, so he didn't play. He's now back in the lineup after fixing his mojo. Forkball down and in is low, ball 1. Slayer already locked in after the RBI single. Change up at the knees, 1-1. Slider middle to plate. Diaz misses it off the end of the bat like he does with so many swings this season. Into center field it goes. Fruitwell there to make the catch, 1 out. Carter Mahoney up next, right fielder getting the start today thanks to the injury to outfield Winkelson. He's hitting .667 with an RBI in the year. Fastball up and in, high, ball 1. Mahoney pinch hit last game and had an RBI single. Slider low, 1-1. Slider away is skied to right center field. Into the gap it goes. Fruitwell runs it down though, 2 outs. Next up, Baca Boyd, rookie shortstop in the 7-hole today. Does not have contact versus right-hander active as Slayer's a southpaw, but he does still have inside pitch. One of the higher batting averages on the team Boyd possesses. He's hitting .412. I believe that leads the team, actually. Forkball down and away is low, ball 1. Heater up and away is a strike called, 1-1. Good pitch from Slayer. Fastball down and away is just low, 2-1. Slider away, hit up the line. Nice backhand play by Jackson. That stab will end the inning, as that's a 1-2-3 second for the Buzzards to the 3rd. It's still 3-0. Are the lineup up for the Buzzards? Jackson, Kingman, and Sparks. Leading off the inning is Juice Jackson. He struck out swinging his first time up. He is 0 for 1 today. First pitch change it down in the way. Strike called, 0-1. Ball down and in, check swing strike, it's 0-2. Came in active again, change up high and inside, it's taken, ball 1. Fastball up and away, swung through it, strike 3. 5th punch out for Hokie as he blows it by Jackson. 2nd strikeout for Jackson today, and that'll bring up Kobe Kingman. Man punched a high fastball over the right center field wall, damn near hitting the Tiki Bridge. He almost hit 500 feet on the home run scale. Home run tracker says he hit 483 feet on that swing. How to get Dig with tough out? That's a good question. I think it was just a lucky roll. Honestly, they bring up with Dig, he's more prone to getting like batting increases and like the stimulants thing that comes up more often than not for some reason. I think I just got into one of those lucky 15% rolls. In all honesty, I couldn't remember. I have not gotten him with RBI man. The only traits I've gotten him with are tough out. Contact versus, I think, left-handers. And what's the other one I got him? I got one other one for him. And it was power versus left-handers. I got that one time as well. You're at that middle point. Yes. It was literally just a lucky roll. I don't remember exactly how I got it. It just was there in one of the player development roles, and he got it by luck. That's literally all I can tell you. He was just prone to those hitting increases early on. Fastball low on the swing by Kingman, 0-1. Looking for another home run here. Slider up and in is line foul. It's 0-2. Came in active for Hokie again. Curveball down and in. Low, 1-2. Change up and away. Kingman swings through it. Strike 3. 6 punch up for Hokie. 2 down in the inning. That is going to bring up right fielder Betty Sparks. She's 0 for 1 today and 10th. She struck out swinging her first time up as well. His fastball up and in is high. Ball 1. Curveball down and in. Low. 2-0. Slider down and away. Check swing outside. 3-0. Four-seamer middle in. That's a strike. Hokie gets on there. 3-1. Up and in. Strike called. Full count now. Curveball down. Line to short. Right at Boyd. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Hokie as he puts up another 0. Bottom 3. We're still down 3-0. 8-9-1 due up for the Buzzards. Blings, Hokie, and Swiner. But yeah, to add on to the question, I think it was the stimulants player development option. I think is what came up. It was either that one or like the one that does like fielding speed and arm, whatever one that is. One of those two. It was definitely like a 15% roll that I got lucky on, I think. All right, leading off the inning is backup catcher Ernie Blings. He's still hitless on the year, getting his first start of the year. High pitch active for the veteran. Curveball at the knees, lined at the middle, off the diving shortstop's glove. Good effort by Park, but that'll sneak through. First hit of the year for Ernie Blings is a single. Leadoff man on for Hokie, who will bunt him over. Hokie is 1 for 1 on the season with an RBI single. Or no, he's 2 for 2. He had an RBI single. Bunt is shown. Bunt is down. Hokie drops it in front of the plate. Monster to first. Sacrifice successful. 1 out. RBI chance now for Swiner with less than 2 outs. Runner at scoring position. He's 0 for 1 today. Fastball away is outside from Slayer. Ball 1. Heater up and in this time is a strike called at the letters. 1-1. Slider chased inside. Hit up the line. Foul. 1-2. K-man active here for Slayer. Forkball down and in. Chop up the middle. Knocks there on the backhand. Will fire to first. 2 down. Blings to third on the play, and that'll bring up Herbert Hackman. He singled his first time up, looking to drive in the run from third. Hackman now locked in after the single in his first at-bat. Forkball at the knees is lined to center field, but guess what? It's right at Gordon Fruitwell, and that's going to end the inning. To the 4th, we're still scoreless. 3-0 B-Wolves lead. Park, Fruitwell, and Monster will face Hokie. Rodney Park leading off. Shortstop's locked in. He's 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging his first time up when he was out in front of a low inside changeup. Speaking of that pitch, it's inside. Ball 1. Four-seamer away. Chased it outside. 1-1. Slider down in the way. Fouled off. 1-2 the count. Curveball middle in. Swung through it. Strike 3. 6. 7th punch up for Hokie. 1 down in the inning. That'll bring up Fruitwell 0 for 1 today. Fastball up. Grounder to short. Boyd to his left makes the stop. Fires to first in time. 2 down. Next up is Monster, the catcher. He's 1 for 1 today with a double. First pitch change up down and in. Strike called. 0-1. Slider up and away. Line down the right field line. That is a fair ball as it gets into the corner. Mahoney giving chase. It's off the little wall there where the, I believe that is where the grounds crew stores their equipment. It is a 2-out double for Monster, his second double of the game. He is 2 for 2. That'll bring up Garcia. Fielder's choice ground out his first time up. Garcia's 0 for 1 today with the RBI chance with 2 down in the inning. Curveball down in the way. That is ripped down the right field line. That is another fair ball as Garcia's going to drive in the runner. Monster going to score easily from second. Mahoney gets it in, but it is a back-to-back double here. Garcia's first RBI of the game. It is 4-0 B-Wolves. And that'll bring up Slayer. He singled in a run last time up. He is 1 for 1. Still dangerous with the stick. Hokie down to neutral mojo again. Fastball down and in. A called strike. 0-1. Change it away. That's ripped foul. 0-2 the count. Curveball down in the way, in the dirt. 1-2. Slider up and in. Swung through it, strike 3. 8th punch up for Hokie. That ends the inning. Slayer down swinging, but the RBI double by back-to-back 2-out doubles by Monster and Garcia give the B-Wolves their 4th run of the game. 4-0 to the bottom of the 4th. Hard lineup up for the Buzzards, though, looking to turn a rally on. Worrymore, Doherty, and Diaz do up. Worrymore leads off. Center fielder's 0 for 1 today. Still has his contact trade active here against Slayer. Fastball's outside, ball 1. Changeup down and then is low. 2-0 the count from Slayer. Changeup away is pulled foul. 2-1. Changeup inside. Check swing called, strike 2. Whiffer and K-Man activate now. It's a 2-2 pitch coming from Slayer. Fastball up, chased it, strike 3. First punch up for Slayer, 1 down. A little late on the swing, and that'll bring up Doherty, 0 for 1 today with a fly out. Strike the letters on the heater, 0-1. Fork ball at the knees, line through the middle. That's a base hit for Doherty. Her first hit today. She's 1 for 2. And she's locked in once more. She's on with 1 down in the inning for Diaz. He popped out the shallow center his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Slider at the knees. Diaz lines it up this time, and he'll line it into right center field over the diving Knox's glove. That is a base hit. Second hit of the year for Diaz, and it's the first one in his career that is not a home run. First and second now with 1 down on back-to-back singles as Carter Mahoney's up. 0 for 1 today with a fly out to right center. Fastball up and away is outside, ball 1. Changeup inside misses, 2-0 the count. Fastball up, swung late, 2-1. Fastball up, Mahoney ready for it, lines it to right center, but it hangs up just enough for Fruitwell to make the catch, 2 outs. Practically went right to him. Next up, Baca Boyd, he's 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Inside pitch to active for the rookie. Curveball up and in is a hard chopper to Knox. He'll fire to first in time, and that will end the inning where it stands. 2 hits for the Buzzards, but nothing else. To the 5th, we're still down 4-0. Knox, Jackson, and Kingman, top of the People's lineup, due up for the 3rd time today here in the 5th. Knox leading off, and 1 for 2 today with the single. Changeup down in the way is low, ball 1. Seamer up and in, that's line to center field. Worrymore coming on, he'll slide, and he'll drop it. No catch there for Worrymore, but can't fault him for the effort. That was a good attempt. Single for Knox, his first hit today. He is 1 for 3. Next up, Jackson. He's 0 for 2 today. I'm sorry, that's Knox's second hit. He's 2 for 3. Curveball down in the way. That's lined in the hole to short. Boyd dives and knocks it down. Picks it up and fires to first, but it's late infield single for Jackson. His first hit, he's 1 for 3. First and second, none down to start the inning. Here's Kingman, struck out swinging last time up. He does, however, have a 2-run homer on the board, so can't just assume he's not going to do anything here. He's still locked in as well. First pitch slider middle of the way is grounded foul into the Buzzards dugout. 0-1 the count. Four-seamer down and in. That's ripped hard and foul. 0-2. Changeup down in the way. Swung through it, strike 3. 9th punch out for Hokie today. 1 down, and that'll bring up Sparks 0 for 2. First pitch fastball up and into Sparks is high. Ball 1. Slider middle of the way. Sparks rips it hard, but it's foul. 1-1. Changeup inside. Chased it. 1-2 the count. Fastball up and in. That's fouled back. Sparks will stay alive. Curveball down and in. Chased it in the dirt. Strike 3 swinging. Less than 2 outs. Runner is automatically out with a runner at first. 10th punch out for Hokie. 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring up Park with the RBI shot. He is 0 for 2. Slider up and away. Strike called. 0-1. Okay, fouled off. 0-2. Hokie looking to strike out the side here and get out of the jam. Changeup inside. Grounder to second right at Diaz. He'll fire to first in time, and that ends the inning. Hokie gives up 2 leadoff base runners on singles, but he gets the next 3 batters out in order to put a 0 on the board. Bottom 5, we're still down 4. Blings, Hokie, and Swiner due up here in the 5th. Blings leading off. He singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. Hokie's on 71 pitches. He might have enough in the tank for 1 more inning here. We'll have to see. Slider at the knees. Low from Slayer. Ball 1. Curveball inside for a strike. Caught the corner. 1-1. Change him up and in. Rip foul by Blings. 1-2 as K-Man activates for Slayer. Fastball up. Hard grounder through the hole. Into left field as both diving infielders cannot make a play. Second single of the game for Blings. He's 2 for 2. That brings Hokie to the plate. Batting 1,000 still as he sack bunted his first time at the plate. So no official at bat today. Oh, I got some XBL guys. Oh, man. Ugh. Hate to see it. Well, hopefully you had at least some semblance of fun out there, but damn, that's tough to hear. I hate it when I get the piss beat out of me in league games. It's not fun. Hokie showing bunt again. Curveball up and is dropped in front of the mound. Slayer to first. Sacrifice successful. 1 out. Buck Swiner due up next. He's 0 for 2 today. Grounded out his for last time up. Looking to advance the runner here. Get his first hit of the game probably. Fastball high. Ball 1. Work ball up and away. Chopped foul. Sliner chased it. 1-1. Change it down and in is fouled off. 1-2. Came in active for Slayer here. Throw ball away. Swiner fouls it off again as he'll stay alive. Count remains 1-2. Change about in front of it at the knees. Second punch out for Slayer. 2 down. Next up, Hackman. 1 for 2 today with the single. Lined out the center field last time up. Another RBI chance for Herbert as he takes fastball down and in for a strike. Going 1. Also no longer locked in. Low again in the heater. Caught the zone. 0-2. Fastball middle away. Line to second. Nice diving play by Knox in the hole. That robs Hackman of a base hit. And probably an RBI to the 6th. We're still down 4-0. Fruitwell, Monstour, and Garcia due up. Yeah, that's true. As long as you score. Especially against guys who are like really good like that. That's awesome. Fruitwell up next, 0 for 2. Lead off the inning here against Hokie. Fastball high, ball 1. Ball down and in, strike called, 1-1. Slider down and away, outside, 2-1. Four-seamer up and in, swung through it, 2-2. Change up and away. Check swing high and outside. 3-2. Slider down. Chop foul. Do it again at full. Four-seamer down and in. Swung through it. Strike 3. 11th punch out for Hokie today. 1 out. Got to get up so early tomorrow? Okay. See you later, buddy. Have a good night. Monstour due up now. 1 down. 2 doubles on the line score for Steve. He's 2 for 2 today. First pitch to him, a curveball down in the way. Low in the dirt, ball 1. Four-seamer at the knees. Monstour swings through it, 1-1. Slider up, check swing high, 2-1. Change it down in the way. Chased it, 2-2 the count. K-Man activates for Hokie 1 more time. Fastball up and in. Chased it high, strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Hokie. He's now at 12 today. 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring up Garcia, who doubled in a run last time up. He is 1 for 2. First pitch slider, middle of the plate, fouled off. Thank God, 0-1. Probably should have hit that over the fence. Thank God he didn't. Four-seamer down in the way, swung through it. 0-2 the count. Slider up and away, swung through it. Strike 3. Hokie strikes out the side in the 6th. He's at 13 Ks for the day as he puts another 0 on the board in his final inning of work. Bottom of the 6th we go. We're still down 4-0. Hard to line up though. Worrymore, Doherty, and Diaz. Worrymore leads off. Struck out swinging last time at the plate. He is 0 for 2 today off Slayer. Fastball away, misses. Ball 1. Fork ball away. Worrymore skies it to right field. Off the end of the bat. Right to Sparks. 1 out. Next up is Doherty. First baseman single last time up. She is 1 for 2. She was stranded at second base. Curveball inside, misses from Slayer. Ball 1. Change it down and in. Strike call. 1-1 to Doherty. Fastball middle in. Doherty turns on it, rips it in the gap right center field. That's going to be extra bases as Fruitwell and Sparks give chase. Sparks will get to it though, and that'll be a 1-out double for Doherty. First extra base hit of the game for the Buzzards, and that'll bring up Diaz. He's 1 for 2 today with a single. Forkball hangs. That's it in the right field past the diving Knox on the ground. Coming around third is Doherty. She'll hold it third as that's a good throw from Sparks. Runners at the corners, one down now for Mahoney. Carter 0 for 2 today. Fastball down and in, a strike called from Slayer, 0-1. Fastball up, Mahoney punches it through the right side of the infield. That's another base hit. Mahoney gets his RBI on the board. It's 4-1 as Doherty trots in from third on the single. How to bring up Boyd, he's 0 for 2. Inside pitch active for the shortstop, still looking for his first hit. His Slayer is no longer locked in. Fastball up and in, ripped foul. That was a changeup, sorry. Ball weight early on the swing, 0-1. Changeup inside is chased again. It's 0-2 as K-Man will activate for Slayer here. Slayer down in the way, chopped under Slayer's glove behind the mound. Boyd is thrown out at first on the fielder's choice, 2 down. Second and third now, good RBI chance for Blings. Catcher is singled twice today, he's 2 for 2. Changeup is at the knees, a strike called from Slayer, 0-1. Fastball but in, lined, one hopper to short, parked to first, that will end the inning. But the Buzzards get on the board thanks to a single by Mahoney. 4-1 to the 7th. Slayer, Knox, and Jackson do up against. Someone out of the bullpen is Hokie done after 6 innings. He gives up 8 hits, no walks, 4 earned runs, 2 on a home run, and he strikes out 13 batters, a new career high for Hokie. Unfortunately, he will leave as the losing pitcher, so he cannot get the win today. Best he can hope for is a no decision if the offense decides to show up. Alright, can anybody play catcher? No, just Oliver, and Oliver is tired. Okay. Anyone play shortstop? Yeah, we have a couple guys who can play shortstop, but I don't want to take... I know Boyd is hitless today, but I don't want to take him out if I don't have to. But at the same time, he is 0 for 3, so I think we need to do the smart thing here. We don't really have a smart thing to do, so we're just going to go ahead. We are going to do double switch for Hokie. We're going to go to... This is a close game. We're going to go to Arjun Greenman, the left-hander, out of the bullpen. Blings will come out, and we'll bring Oliver off the bench. He'll catch, and he'll lead off next inning. Despite being tense, Greenman coming on, making his 3rd appearance here of the season, I believe. Whereas Arjun, there he is. Yes, in his first 2 appearances, Greenman has no record. A 10.13 ERA and a 1.88 whip. He's given up 3 earned runs in 2 2/3 innings, 1 save recorded. 5 hits surrendered, 1 home run, and 3 strikeouts with 1 hit batsman. Batting average against .385 on the year for Greenman. We'll be facing the left-handed hitting Slayer, so specialist active here for Greenman. Fastball outside, ball 1. Two-seamer low, taken, 2-0. Slider at the knees, that's fouled off, 2-1. Slider down in the way is low, 3-1. Opposed activates for Greenman. Two-seamer up is chased. Full count. Two-seamer up and away. Swung through it, strike 3. First punch up for Greenman. 1 down. Next up, Freddie Knox. He's 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. First pitch fastball low. Ball 1. Two-seamer at the knees. That's lined in the center field. Hit pretty well by Knox. Warringmore retreating. He'll run it down. 2 outs. Next up, Juice Jackson. He singled last time up. He is 1 for 3 today. He's also struck out twice. Third baseman still tense. First pitch to him, a slider down and away. That's chopped foul behind the dish. 0-1. Four-seamer up and away. Check swing high. 1-1. Two-seamer down and in. Low. 2-1. Four-seamer up and in. High. 3-1. Opposed activates for Greenman here. Slider down and in is low, ball 4. First walk from Greenman. Jackson reaches to extend the inning, and that'll bring up Kingman, who homered early in the game. He's 1 for 3, and he's also struck out twice. It's a 2-run homer for Kingman back in the first inning. First pitch fastball low, taken, ball 1. Slider up, swung through it, 1-1. Two-seamer middle in, fouled off, 1-2 the count. Seamer up and away. Sky ball to right center field. Warringmore coming over. He'll call off Mahoney, and he will make the catch, and that's going to end the inning as Greenman puts a 0 on the board, despite giving up the walk. Bottom 7, we're still up 3, 4-1 the score, or we're down 3, sorry. Oliver will lead off, followed by Swiner and Hackman. Leading off the inning is normal catcher Bern Oliver, coming off the bench as part of the double switch last half in the top half of the inning. Currently tense, he's a little tired, hitting .267 on the year with an RBI. Oliver had 1 hit last game and 4 at-bats. Now facing the locked-in Slayer again. Strike in there, 0-1. Forked ball at the knees, chopped to short. Easy play for Park to his left, 1 out. Next up is Buck Swiner, 0 for 3 today. He struck out swinging on a changeup at the knees last time up. 0 for 3 day for Buck. Fastball high, ball 1. Curveball down and in. Swiner turns on it, skies it into right field, but that's an easy catch out there for Sparks. 2 outs. Next up, Herbert Hackman. Third baseman's 1 for 3 today with a single. Fastball put in. Hackman lines it into right field, but guess what? It's right at Sparks, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Slayer. To the 8th, we're still down 3. Sparks, Park, and Fruitwell do up. Betty Sparks leading off 0 for 3 today. She has struck out twice on the Cards. Still tense. First pitch 4-seamer down and in. That's ripped up the middle. Base hit for Sparks. Her first hit today. She is 1 for 4 as that gets into center. Leadoff woman on for the Beagles as they look for some more insurance runs. Next up is Rodney Park. Shortstop's 0 for 3 today. He has got specialists working against him right now. First pitch to him, a slider down and in. That is turned on and lined into right field. Mahoney going back. He'll run it down for the first out. Next up is center fielder Gordon Fruitwell, 0 for 3 today as well, and specialist is active against him. First pitch 2-seamer up and away is high, ball 1. 4-seamer middle in, check swing inside, 2-0. Slider down and away, outside, 3-0. Good eye there from Fruitwell as composed activates for Greenman. 4-seamer up and away is a strike called, 3-1. 2-seamer down and in, strike called, full count. Slider up and in, fouled off. Fruitwell stays alive. 4-seamer down and away, chop foul. We'll do it again. Count still full. 2-seamer up, turned on by Fruitwell, crushed to right center field. He's got all of that one, folks. It is off the waves. It is a home run. First of the year for Fruitwell. Second, actually. It is 6-1 Beagles as they get their insurance runs. Unlucky. Next up, Monstour, 2 for 3 today with 2 doubles. Specialist active against him as well, although Greenman is now tense. First pitch slider up and away, fouled off, 0-1. Seamer middle of the plate, fouled off, 0-2. Seamer up and in, swung through it, strike 3. Second punch out of the day for Greenman. 2 down, and that'll bring up Garcia, 1 for 3. RBI double earlier, and specialist active against him as well. Pitch 2-seamer down and away is low, ball 1. 4-seamer down and in, check swing strike, 1-1. Slider up and away, turned on by Garcia, hit pretty well to right field. Mahoney going back to the warning track, runs it down, and that ends the inning. But the Beagles get 2 insurance runs on the home run by Fruitwell, his second of the year, 6-1 to the bottom of the 8th. Our lineup up again for the Buzzards, looking to do something. Not looking good, folks. Not looking good at all. Next up, Worrymore. He's 0 for 3 today to lead off. Still looking for his first hit. Monstour will exit as Johnson Swanson, the other catcher, will come on to play behind the plate as part of the defensive change. I figured he would come on eventually. Worrymore up 0 for 3 against Slayer today. Fastball inside, ball 1. Change but the knees ripped in the hole, past both diving infielders into left field. That's a base hit. Worrymore's first hit today, he's 1 for 4. Leadoff man on. Good start, and that'll bring up Daugherty. She's 2 for 3 today, double and a single on the Cards. Daugherty doubled last time up and then scored on the single by Mahoney. She's locked in. Strike at the letters, 0-1. Fastball up and in, swung late, 0-2. Came in active for Slayer. Curveball down and in, Daugherty ready for it, cracks it into right center field, heading to the fence. It is off the bottom of the fence. That is going to be extra bases for Daugherty. Worrymore coming around third. He's going to score on the double. It is 6-2 Buzzards. RBI to Merriam. Next up, Diaz. He's 2 for 3 today. He's singled twice. Now batting over 200. Change up low, ball 1. Slayer no longer locked in after the home run. Or double, I should say. Fastball's inside, 2-0. Fastball at the knees, line through the middle as Diaz winds up and cracks it. Merritt Doherty, the third, she'll hold. It's the third hit today for Diaz. He's 3 for 4. Mahoney up next, 1 for 3 with an RBI single last time at the plate. He'll face Slayer, who's staying in the game. Fastball up, swung late, 0-1. Fastball down and in, line at the middle, right to Park. And he's going to double off Diaz because my guy's a rookie and he's an idiot. 2 outs on the line drive, and that'll bring up Boyd, who's 0 for 3. Still looking for his first hit today. Fastball inside for a strike, going 1. Fastball high for a strike, it came in active again. Slider chase below the knees, dribbler to first. Slayer picks it up, flips to the first baseman. That is in time to end the inning. And what looked very promising ends up being only 1 run for the Buzzards. To the 9th, we're down 4. Slayer, Knox, and Jackson due up against Greenman. Slayer up to lead off, 1 for 3 with an RBI single. He will stay out there to hit. Greenman done after 2 innings of relief work. We're going to double switch for him since he's due up to lead off next inning. We're going to go to Marshall Cuevas, the second-year reliever. Make sure I hit double switch there. We're going to take off shortstop Baca Boyd as he's not hitting. And we will turn to Chaim Michael, the backup shortstop on the bench. He will lead off next inning to get his first at-bat of the season. Cuevas coming out of the bullpen in his 2nd season. Marshall down here at the bottom has made 1 appearance. No record, a 4.50 ERA and a 1 whip. In that appearance, he threw 2 innings, giving up 1 earned run, 2 hits, and that's it. Batting average against .250 on the year for Marshall. 9-1-2 to face him here is that fastball, first pitch outside, ball 1. Change up and in. Slayer swings through it, 1-1, a little early. Slider at the knees, that's grounded to second, right at Diaz. He'll make the stop, 1 out. Next up is Knox, 2 for 4 today. He has singled twice. First pitch to him, a slider down in the way, strike called, 0-1. Four-seamer up and in, fouled back, going to the count. Change up down and in, chopped in front of the plate. Oliver there on the bare hand, fires the first, 2 down. That'll bring up Jackson. He walked last time at the plate. He's also singled once. He's 1 for 3, struck out twice as well. First pitch to him from Cuevas, fastball middle of the plate. Blew it by him, surprisingly, 0-1. Which is hard to do because Cuevas only throws 91 on a good day. Change it down and away low, 1-1. Four-seamer down and in, that's chopped to second. Diaz there, makes the play to first, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Cuevas. Bottom 9, Buzzards down 4, looking to rally back. Michael leads off, followed by Oliver and Swiner. 8-9-1 as Slayer might be going for the complete game here. Michael leads off, getting his first at-bat of the season. Shortstop was part of the double switch in the top half of the 9th. Third-year shortstop takes his slider into right field on the first pitch of the inning into Sparks' glove, 1 out. Just like heat-seeked right to her glove. Next up, Oliver, grounded out to short his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Fastball high for a strike, going 1. Slider up, grounded up the middle, base hit for Oliver. His first hit today, he is 1 for 2. Puts him on with 1 down as he's back to neutral mojo. And that is going to bring up Swiner, 0 for 4 in tenths today. We are going to pinch hit for Swiner here since he's not hitting well. We're going to go to the backup first baseman, Atticus Macias, the rookie. Atticus hitting .333 on the year. He has a solo home run and 3 RBIs total on the season. Pinch hitting against the lefty Slayer here. Slider way outside, ball 1. Fastball middle of the plate. Macias turns on it, rips it into right field, looking to get over Sparks' glove. It will off her diving glove into the wall. Double. It's now going to be a triple for Macias. The runner will score. It is 6-3. Buzzards now back within 3 as Oliver scores on the triple. Next up, Hackman, 1 for 4 with a single today. That will do it for Slayer. Gone 8 1/3 innings. He gives up 3 runs. Strikes out 2 batters, I believe, on how many hits? 13. He is in line for the win. He still has a quality start unless Macias scores from third base. Coming out of the bullpen to replace him, I believe, is Bert Bergerer. It was. The veteran on the mound, Bergerer making his 4th appearance of the season. He has no record, a 0 ERA and a 150 whip. In his 3 appearances, he's thrown 4 2/3 innings, which is second most out of the bullpen. 6 hits surrendered, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Batting average against .300 is the second highest on the team. He'll face his old teammate Herbert Hackman, as both of them were on the Moonstars to start this series. Bergerer coming out of the bullpen is locked in, though, so he does have a slight edge on his old buddy. Changeup in the dirt from Bergerer, ball 1. Fastball outside misses, 2-0. Fastball away, called a strike this time, 2-1. Changeup away, outside, 3-1. Fastball up, Hackman fouls it off, full count now. Fastball up and away, line to second, it's right at Knox, 2 down. Last chance for the Buzzards is Worrymore. He is 1 for 4 today with the single. Looking to extend the game any way he can. Fastball in there at the knees from Bergerer, 0-1. Fastball low, 1-1. Changeup fouled off, 1-2 the count. Whiffer now active for Worrymore. Changeup in the dirt is chased and fouled off. He stays alive. Fastball up, hard grounder to second, backhanded by Knox in the hole. He'll fire to first in time. That ends the game as the Buzzards rally again, but once again fall short by 3 runs as we lose our 4th consecutive game in the row. We're now 1-4 on the year. Final score today, B-Wolves get their first victory of the season, 6-3 the final. Again, we waited till late in the game to try and come back, and by that time it was too little, too fucking late. Hitless today for the B-Wolves, Rodney Park and Johnson Swanson and Bert Bergerer. Neither of them got to bat, though. RBIs today, 2 on a home run by Fruitwell, 2 on a home run by Kobe Kingman, arguably the longest home run I've ever seen hit in this park. Bubbles Garcia had an RBI double, and Elmo Slayer, the pitcher, chipped in an RBI single of his own. Hitless today for us, Buck Swiner at the top of the lineup, Baca Boyd there at the bottom, as well as the pitchers. Vern Oliver got a pinch hit. He pinch hit. He came on as a double switch, actually. He did get a hit in his 2 at-bats. Michael did not get a hit. Blings had 2 hits. Good day for Ernie. 3-hit day for Diaz and 3-hit day for Daugherty there in the middle lineup. Both of them were doing really well. RBI up for Daugherty on a double. RBI for Mahoney on a single. RBI for Macias on a triple in his pinch hit effort there for Swiner in the 9th inning. None of us left the park, though. Pitching lines, Elmo Slayer gets the victory, 8 1/3 innings, quality start, 13 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 strikeouts. He improves to 1-1 on the year, getting the B-Wolves their first win of the season. Bert Bergerer gets his first save, 2/3 of an inning. For us, Jude Hokey, 6 innings, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 13 strikeouts, 1 home run, career high in strikeouts. Unfortunately, that comes with his first career loss in his, this is his 4th year, his 14th career start. So unlucky there for Jude. Arjun Greenman, 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, 2 strikeouts, 1 home run ball given up in relief of Hokey, and Marshall Cuevas an inning out of the bullpen cleanly. Player of the game is Miriam Daugherty with her 3 hits and the RBI. Elmo Slayer, the runner-up with his quality start, and then Jude Hokey with his 13 strikeout performance is the 3rd place finisher. Not bad, and fortunately our offense just didn't show up until it was too little, too frickin' late. That seems to be the story of the season. Yeah, it does. Yeah, that seems to be what happens. I'm used to predicting bad things happening to us at this point. I've seemed to have gotten good at it over the years. I don't know why, but it just seems I'm good at predicting when bad shit's about to happen. Oh well, nothing we can do about it. Looking around the league, Eduardo Electro got picked up by the Wild Pigs. He'll replace veteran Volt Bolter. You love to see it. Ed Manning, released by the Heaters by Razzie Dazzler. The veteran outfielder will replace the young 3rd baseman there on the bench. You know what? I'm tempted to take a chance on Manning since our season's not going how we thought it would. Although I do like that Hop Brown. Good hops available. Marshall Cuevas loses 3 junk. You don't like to see that. I don't know why you got that, but that's unlucky. Yeah, it did turn out to be true. Unfortunate. Alright, let's sim up to the next game first before we look at player developments. Heaters taking on the Jacks here. Jacks rally to win 6-4 as they improve to 4-1, handing the Heaters their second loss of the year. Sawteeth rally but lose to the Freebooters ultimately 7-5 as the Freebooters remain undefeated at 5-0. Blowfish beat the Moonstars easily 5-1. Grapplers beat the Platypi there 4-3. Herbisaurs finally get their first win of the year as they beat the Moose in 15 innings 5-2. So everybody's got to win this season. Wild Pigs beat the Hot Corners 6-5. Good back and forth game there. Nemesis hold off the late charge by the Heaters. They win 7-4. And the Freebooters shut out the Herbisaurs, blanking them 5-0 as the Freebooters are now the only undefeated team left. They are 6-0. Feeling really good about themselves over there on the ship. Love to see it. I like seeing them have success. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for us as we are currently the worst team in the second worst team in the league. We're actually tied with the Beewolves, who are both at -10. Herbisaurs are 1-5, so technically they do have the worst record. Moonstars are 1-4. They have the worst run differential, though, so I'm going by that, not by record. Alrighty, next game. We're scheduled to face the Wideloads and our old buddy Manuel East. Oh, joy. PJ Andrews will be on the hill for us in that contest. He's 0-1, a 10.80 ERA and a 2 whip. East is on the mound for the Wideloads. He is 0-1 with a 7.71 ERA, a 2.14 whip, and he comes in tense. So he had a worse outing than Andrews did, so that's a good sign. Maybe we can win. Yeah, power and no speed at our park, although, yeah. We can't seem to hit the ball out anywhere, to be fair, though. It's rare to see us hit a home run ever, even though we have so much power in this lineup. But yeah, we do. Our lack of speed is probably killing us on the base paths. If we had a little bit more speed, maybe we could drive in some more runs. Although, if you go back and watch it, you'll see that Kobe Kingman damn near hit the Tiki Bridge out there in right center field today. He hit 483 feet on a home run in the first inning. Almost hit 500 feet. I was impressed. I was more impressed than I was mad. Alright, what are these player development options? Can't afford this one for Oliver. Dumb one for base. Hackman, he's a little old, although the fielding is a must-grab for him, I think. But it'll be here next time, no worries. Ooh, that's a good one for Bon Ventre. That chance at K-Man is really tempting. Mahoney, that's a dumb one, and this one for Cuevas will be here next time. A little bit high of a chance for K-Dud, but the ratings boost would be nice. Oh, God. Well, we don't need to buy anything right now, so we'll just sit back and, save up our money here. See what pops up next time. I am going to go ahead and star Ed Manning, though. Looking like we might be giving up on the season earlier than I thought if this trend continues. Yeah, Hoon, it was impressive. It was a high fastball from Hokie. He had K-Man. It was 103 miles an hour, and Kingman just loaded up and said, "I got this." It was like everything aligned. It was impressive. I'll give him that. All right, let's set the lineup here. Call it a day. Swiner wants to get the start. He's gonna have to play because Winkelson is hurt, unfortunately, and I don't have anyone on the bench that can play left field. I mean, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I've got a way I can work this. Mahoney to left. Ernie Blings will play right field. Oh shit, this is what it's come to? My God. Well, Blings did get 2 hits today, so I'll give him credit. Ooh, Boyd does have his contact trait up here. Okay. I'm going to move him under Mahoney, though. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. There we go. There we go. Alrighty, so this is what we'll go with next time. Diaz will lead us off at second after coming off a 3-hit game. Good for the rookie. Hackman will be batting second again at third base. Warrymore still in the 3-hole in center. Daugherty still in the cleanup role, still locked in at first base. Another 3-hit day for her. Bern Oliver, the catcher, back to full health in the fitness department. He'll be batting fifth. He got back to neutral mojo with a single today. Mahoney in left field today. The next game he'll bat sixth. Baca Boyd was hitless today, but he'll be back in the lineup in the 7th slot. And Ernie Blings, who got 2 hits last game, will be in right field today for the 10th Swiner. He'll be batting number 8 with Andrews on the mound, rounding us out. That is very true. Bon Ventre is a legit hitter. She has some good hitter ratings. Can't lie. It's really impressive to see. If only she could get the ball over the plate instead of worrying about her batting cage performance. Right field corner, bling bling, yep. God, I hope he catches it. Oh, it's Apple Field too. They got some pretty deep corners. Oh God, what am I doing with my life? I don't know. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. It was a tough loss out there once again. We just couldn't score until it was too little too late. Jude Hockey suffers his first career loss despite setting a career high in strikeouts with 13. We do fall to the B-Wolves, giving them their first win of the year, 6-3 the final score. We're now on a 4-game losing streak. The season is not looking very bright as we get deeper into the trenches. Maybe we can turn it around here against the Wildlands next time out. We're going to need to if we want to, not cut everybody and, just piss the season away until next year. If we don't win the rest of the year, I think I'm going to have to get fired. There's no way around it. We go 1-15, I'm going to have to get fired. There's just no way. There's no way I would keep my job after that. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but anyway, thank you so much for the support, guys, as always. Love seeing everyone in the chat. Love interacting with everyone. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the follow button down below here on Twitch and over on YouTube if you haven't already. Leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Link to Twitch down below in the description. Until next time, this is the Nasty One, signing off.